What's going on, everybody? Today we're starting something new here on the channel. Every Monday going forward, we are going to be doing Meta Tactic Monday. We're going to be remastering one of my tactics that I have made throughout the year. And today is my 3-4-2-1 Kratos that I originally tested with Bayer Leverkusen. We've once again tested with Bayer Leverkusen, but also added in Werder Bremen as well within the Bundesliga. Now, being them using updated databases to test with these two clubs, Bayer Leverkusen now find themselves in the Champions League, and that made testing a little bit more difficult. However, it did not stop us from winning the quadruple. We ended up winning the league, Champions League D People Count, as well as the Super Cup also. And what is absolutely amazing about this, there was one loss the entire time with Bayer Leverkusen. Only one loss in all competitions. That means in the Champions League, we did not lose a single game, which is absolutely insane. And one thing that helped us do that was, once again, having stellar defense with this tactic. It once again conceded less than 20 goals within the Bundesliga, which is honestly pretty difficult to do. But you can see here in the data hub, we are almost averaging close to 3 goals a game. Come version 3, I am wanting to make sure that we hit that 3 goals a game ratio, and then we are conceding a little over half a goal a game. But if we can get that below half a goal a game and then 3+ for goals per game, that's going to be an absolutely broken tactic right there. But I mean, looking at team attacking overall, it's not going to absolutely blow people away. You're not going to probably win 7, 8, 9-0, but you are going to essentially win all of your games a majority of the time, depending on who you are and how good your side is. Now, we performed well above average in essentially every single statistic except for shots on target ratio, which I'm okay with that. But then defensively speaking, we were once again well above average in every single team defending statistic except for opposition passes. So once again, okay with that, because you saw we only lost one game the entire season in all competitions. And when it comes to how the players perform pretty darn well. Pretty spaced out with contributions goal-wise as well as assists. You'll see Jonathan Tah had 25 goals. That's because of the set piece routines that I use, which will be linked with this tactic as well when you guys go to download it, which I'll talk about in a moment. But assist-wise, you can see Grimaldo and Frimpong, they're going to be our wingbacks here, and they were absolutely phenomenal in the playmaking department. Now, when it comes to Werder Bremen, things are going to be a little bit different. I wasn't expecting a whole heck of a lot from them. They are usually a relegation candidate or maybe lower mid-table type side within the Bundesliga recently. So I was like, you know what? If we can sneak into Europe, I'll be happy with that. And we not only snuck into Europe, we got them into a Champions League spot. We did get knocked out early on in the D People Cow, but there is a reason as to why, and you're about to see that reason. When looking at the data hub with this side, you can tell immediately it is not doing what it was with Bayer Leverkusen. However, it still allowed them to finish in a Champions League spot because it allows teams, no matter at what level, as you can tell, to outperform what is expected of them. However, this side, you can tell, lacks the quality that Bayer Leverkusen does. So, in order to hit those heights, they would essentially just have to continuously keep upgrading their team. It's not like they are a terrible side. It's just that they didn't have the quality like Bayer Leverkusen had to not only defend, which they did average under a goal per game. That's fantastic. But only 1.5 goals per game. So, basically, more than 1 goal less than what Bayer Leverkusen was doing, and that is simply because they didn't have the quality up front like Bayer Leverkusen had. Which, as we can see from the numbers, you can see far less contributions here, but I mean, overall, they still did very well to finish in a Champions League spot. If they could essentially use that Champions League money going forward, then obviously they would be able to upgrade their side to where they could end up doing what Bayer Leverkusen did. Now, when it comes to the tactic, this is how it lines up. It actually kind of lines up a lot like the original did. However, I did change 2 rules. Originally, the defensive midfielders were a deep line playmaker and a ball-winning midfielder. Now they are both segundo volantes, which made this tactic quite overpowered. And overall, I mean, it is exactly, in my opinion, what I would want in a 3-4-2-1. You got your advanced forward up top, advanced playmaker with a shadow striker. You got 2 segundo volantes, complete wingbacks out wide. Then you have a flat back three of ball playing defenders and a goalkeeper. And in build up, it plays very, very nicely. Your wingbacks are going to be supplying that width. You got the advanced playmaker kind of sitting around here. Your advanced forward is going to be one of your main threats. Then your shadow striker is a very sneaky threat. And thankfully for Bayer Leverkusen, they have someone like Florian Wirtz who just absolutely takes advantage of that. Then you have your Segundo Volantes. They're kind of late arriving players. Then you got your ball-playing defenders who will arrive as well. It'll look a bit something like this. And those complete wingbacks, as you saw from the statistics, really, really contribute playmaking-wise. And these three right here, your advanced playmaker, advanced forward, and shadow striker, will be capitalizing on that quite a bit. Or if they find those Segundo Volantes as well. So here we are with the tactic in FM now. You'll be looking for Gormy's 3-4-2-1 Kratos V2. Where will you be looking for it? In my Discord, which is linked down below in the description. You'll be able to download it from the download section of my Discord to give it a go for yourself. For those of you who do not have Discord or are on console, please feel free to just copy over all the roles and instructions, because I'm about to go over all of them. So up top, we got that advanced forward on attack. We have an advanced playmaker on attack with a shadow striker on attack, 2 Segundo Volantes on support, 2 complete wingbacks on support, a flat back 3 of ball playing defenders on defend, and a goalkeeper on defend. The advanced forward on attack has dribble more and shoot more often. The advanced playmaker on attack crosses aimed at center, run wide with the ball, roam from position, move into channels, and tackle harder. Shadow striker on attack crosses aimed at center, run wide with the ball, tackle harder. Both Segundo Volantes on support have dribble more, move into channels, and tackle harder. Both complete wingbacks on support have cross more often, cross from the byline, crosses aimed at center, and dribble more. The outside ball playing defenders on defend have dribble more, stay wider, and tackle harder. And the central ball playing defender on defend has dribble more and tackle harder, while that goalkeeper on defend was left as is. When it comes to the mentality played with this tactic, it is played with a balanced mentality. However, you can go positive and or attacking if you want to push for some more goals. As we can see, very, very solid defensively from those numbers, which I tested this with balance, so it definitely helped out in that regard. But if you're willing to concede a little over 20 goals a season within league play, but score some more goals, definitely feel free to go positive or attacking. It can definitely help in that regard. Now, when we're in possession of the ball, fairly narrow attacking width, we play out from the defense while focusing play through the middle, as we have a lot of numbers through the middle. We work the ball into the box using low crosses in the final third, shorter passing directness, and slightly higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter, distributing quickly to our center backs by rolling the ball out. And once out of possession, high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, and more often trigger press. So when it comes to the level of ability needed to be played with this type of system, essentially any type of club you can use it with, as long as you have the players to utilize these roles. Now, for those of you that are playing in the lower leagues or in smaller leagues, you might not have players capable of doing complete wingbacks, so just switch those complete wingbacks then to normal wingbacks. And another switch you can make if you want to score some more goals, I would either suggest, instead of changing your mentality, instead of it being on balance, positive, or attacking, simply just switch the complete wingbacks to on attack, or switch your Segundo Volantes to being on attack as well. Either one of those changes can help you play more attacking. So there we have it for today's tactic. I hope you guys did enjoy this Meta Tactic Monday. If you did and wish to give this tactic a go, I'll be linking my Discord down below in the description. That is where we're going to be able to download the tactic from the download section of the Discord. If you did happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so I want to hit that sub button. Right now I'll be popping up my most recent tactic that I did here on the channel, so definitely make sure to check that out. And until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.